Many of Russian President Vladimir Putin's actions do so often under the illusion that he is a conservative. Putin is not a conservative in the Western or American sense of the term. Neither is he a Stalinist or restorer of the Soviet or even Russian Empire of old. Putin is a Russian traditionalist and statist rather than a Western-style conservative. Putin's new Russian traditionalism or neo-traditionalism is based on several principles. 1. Statism. 2. Stability. 3. Freedom of religion, and 4. Cultural and social conservatism or traditionalism. Putin is a statist in politics, economics, and sociocultural matters. In politics, the state and political stability are almost always to be given preference over individual liberty and freedom when these principles clash. There is a freedom of association and speech in Russia, and political protests are held somewhere in Russia every day. All points of view can be heard on the state and private airwaves, print media, and internet. Many Russians are willing to restrict political and civil rights in order to ensure there is no risk of political instability whatsoever. Russian liberals and leftists, on the other hand, are quite eager to put controls on media, especially conservative-dominated talk radio shows, to enforce political correctness, conformity in the media, schools, universities, and the workplace in order to ensure balance. Since Putin's arrival in the Kremlin in 2000, the state's role in the economy has steadily expanded. Fully or partly state-owned companies account for some 60% of Russian stock market valuation, compared to 80% in China. Putin defends religious freedom against attempts by Russian liberals to restrict religious freedom. Conclusion: Putin is a Russian traditionalist and statist rather than a Western-style conservative. His views, while closer to those of American conservatives on social issues, are much closer to American liberal and leftist positions regarding state interference in the economy. Putin has achieved in the Russian economy what President Obama and other American and even European leftists can only dream of, for now. Even in politics, Putin is closer to the increasingly intolerant left than the right. So which is greater? The extent to which Putin's positions correspond with conservatism or differ from conservatism? It appears the latter, and by a considerable, not conservative margin.